Good afternoon and happy birthday to us. My name is Lisa Carrico. I am the Deputy Superintendent for Operations here at Grand Canyon National Park. And on behalf of the Superintendent's Office and the staff of Grand Canyon, welcome everyone to the 100th anniversary of Grand Canyon National Park. It is my honor and really a privilege to be here today. And one of the things I'm looking forward to is introducing our esteemed guests. We have with us today Coconino County Board Chair Art Babbott, Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs, and Grand Canyon Conservancy CEO Susan Schroeder. Whether you're a regular visitor, a national park traveler, or a virtual explorer, we hope that you're inspired to experience and connect with this park that has inspired 100 years of stewardship and will continue to delight visitors and stewards for another 100 years. At this time, I would like to introduce Art Babbott, who will read a proclamation from Coconino County.
Coconino County, in this part of the world, get to have this in our backyard. What a privilege, what an opportunity, but also what an awesome responsibility. I want to just take one moment before I read the proclamation on behalf of my colleagues in the Board of Supervisors, which I'm privileged to be current chair of right now. We, in no uncertain terms, understand the importance and relevancy of this place to the people who live in Coconino County, our economy, and our history. We are constant advocates in our legislative agendas in Washington and at the state to make sure that infrastructure of this park and this place are maintained. It is absolutely critical that the investments that have been made here continue to be made here, so that for those of you who saw the 60 or 70 kids, of which I want to say, as a very proud father, my daughter was up here singing earlier. That is who we need to remember and keep at the forefront of our minds when we talk about our responsibility and shared stewardship. So on behalf of my colleagues, I want to thank you for your participation and your involvement on maintaining and preserving this place. The Grand Canyon Conservancy, the NGOs, the non-governmental NGOs and nonprofit sectors, and citizens-based advocates who make sure this place gets maintained and preserved. And you can just, I'm loud enough, I can talk. So if you want to just cut that for the short term. So on behalf of the board, we understand the importance of this place to the First Peoples who are here, the indigenous tribal members who have an unbelievable special relationship with this place, and who we are guests and visitors of here. I want to read this proclamation that the board unanimously passed to support and recognize the importance of national park management of a publicly owned asset here. So Coconino County Proclamation recognizing 2019 as the Centennial of the Grand Canyon National Park. Whereas Grand Canyon National Park is one of the 7 wonders of the world and for over 100 years has been protected by the conservation of President Theodore Roosevelt, who actually, believe it, is here. And he is remarkably well preserved. So, whose initial leadership cemented the Grand Canyon as a national monument, and by President Woodrow Wilson, who signed the Grand Canyon National Park Act in 1919. Whereas the Grand Canyon National Park preserves one of the Earth's greatest ongoing geological spectacles, as well as exceptional biological environment, its diverse ecosystems, and breathtaking natural scenery. Whereas protection and stewardship of the Grand Canyon is critically important for the many diverse communities whose creation stories begin within the canyon and the Colorado River running through it. Whereas Coconino County is the gateway to the Grand Canyon, and we acknowledge its immense economic impact and the opportunity its more than 6 million visitors a year provides to the residents of northern Arizona and our neighbors. Whereas Coconino County celebrates and honors open spaces and recreation as fundamental to building healthy communities by connecting them with the beauty and serenity of our natural environment. Therefore, be it resolved that in the spirit of celebrating and honoring the centennial of the Grand Canyon National Park and witnessing the majesty of the Grand Canyon, we hereby recognize 2019 as the centennial of the Grand Canyon National Park and call upon all our residents and visitors to reflect on and embrace the beauty of this landscape that is unique to Coconino County. Thank you all for participating in this great event.